I wake up before the sun. The room is quiet. The air feels heavy. I sit on the bed and look around. This room is small, but it is our room. We sleep here for many years. I touch the wall with my hand. The wall feels cold. I remember many nights here. I remember laughs. I remember tears. My husband stands near the door. He holds a box. He does not look at me. "Are you ready?" he asks. His voice is low. I nod. I do not trust my voice. Our son sleeps on the sofa. He is small, but he looks tired. His school bag is near his feet. The zipper is broken. I walk to him and kneel down. I touch his hair. It is soft and warm. "Mom," he says. His eyes open slowly. "Yes," I say, "we need to go." He sits up and looks around. He looks at the boxes. He looks at the empty shelves. "Why?" he asks. His voice shakes. I stop for a second. I breathe in. "We need a new place," I say. "We need a new life." I say these words, but my heart feels weak. He nods, but he does not smile. He puts on his shoes. He does not ask more. We eat a simple breakfast: bread, milk. No one talks. The clock ticks on the wall. The sound feels loud. I wash the cups. My hands shake. The water is too hot. My husband takes the last box. He looks at the room one more time. "This place helps us," he says, "but it cannot help us now." I nod again. I understand him, but my heart hurts. We close the door. The sound is sharp. It feels like the end of something. In the car, the city looks the same. The streets are old. The shops are still open. People walk fast. They do not see us. Our son sits in the back seat. He looks out of the window. He holds his bag tight. "Will I see my friends again?" he asks. I turn around and look at him. I force a smile. "Maybe," I say, "we can call them." He nods, but his eyes are wet. The car moves forward. The building gets smaller. Then it disappears. I look at the road. My eyes burn. I do not cry. I wait. We drive for a long time. The sky changes color. The city changes shape. I feel tired. I feel scared. I think about the new city. I think about the new house. I think about money. I think about work. I think about my son. I think about his school. I think about his smile. My husband drives in silence. His hands are tight on the wheel. "Are you okay?" I ask. "Yes," he says. "I am okay." I know he is not okay, but I do not say more. I look out of the window again. The road is long. The future feels far. I tell myself one thing. I say it in my heart. We are together. We are still a family. The car keeps moving, and so do we. We arrive in the new city in the afternoon. The sky is grey. The air feels thin. The streets are wide. The buildings are tall. I feel very small. Our new home is on the 3rd floor. The stairs are old. The light is weak. We open the door. The room is empty. No sound comes back to us. "This is it," my husband says. His voice echoes. I put my bag down. The floor is cold. Our son walks in slowly. He looks at the walls. They are white. Too white. "Is this our house?" he asks. "Yes," I say. "This is our house now." He nods, but his face is blank. We start to unpack. We move in silence. I put cups in the kitchen. I put clothes in the closet. I put toys in a box near the bed. Everything feels wrong. Nothing knows us yet. My husband checks his phone. He waits for messages. No message comes. "I will go out," he says. "I need to look for work." I nod. I do not stop him. The door closes again. The sound feels heavy. I sit on the floor. My legs feel weak. My son sits next to me. He holds his knees. "I don't like this place," he says. I look at him. I want to say something strong, but no strong words come. "It takes time," I say. "New places need time." He does not answer. Later, I take him to the school nearby. The building is big. The gate is blue. Children run and laugh. Their voices feel sharp. My son holds my hand. His hand is wet. Stay, he says. I can't, I say. You need to go. A teacher comes to us. She smiles. She speaks fast. I hear words, but I do not catch them all. I nod too much. I smile too much. My son looks at me. His eyes ask for help. I bend down. I look at him. It's okay, I say. I will wait for you. He walks in. He does not look back. I stand there for a long time. My chest feels tight. On the way home, I go to a supermarket. It is bright. It is loud. People talk around me. I do not understand most of it. I pick up bread. I pick up eggs. I stop many times. I feel stupid. I feel slow. At night, my husband comes home late. His face is tired. No reply, he says. We eat simple food again. We do not talk much. Our son eats quietly. He does not finish his meal. Did you have a good day? I ask him. He shakes his head. No friends, he says. No one talks to me. My heart breaks. But I stay calm. It will change, I say. Tomorrow will be better. But I do not believe it. At night, I lie on the bed. The room feels strange. I hear cars outside. I hear voices below. I miss our old home. I miss the old sounds. I turn to my side. I look at my husband. He stares at the ceiling. His eyes are open. I am sorry, he says. For what? I ask. For this, he says. I reach for his hand. I hold it tight. We try, I say. That is enough for now. But inside I feel fear, deep fear. The city sleeps, but I stay awake. I ask myself one question. I ask it again and again. Did we make a mistake? The morning comes too fast. I feel tired when I wake up. The room is quiet again. The light is soft, but cold. I sit on the bed for a while. I listen to my breath. My son gets ready for school. He moves slowly. He does not talk. I pack his bag. I put food inside. I check everything twice. Mom, he says. His voice is low. Yes, I ask. Can you walk with me? He asks. Yes, I say. Of course. We walk to the school together. The street is long. The air is cool. Children walk in groups. They laugh. They talk. My son walks close to me. His steps are small. At the school gate, he stops. He looks at the ground. I don't want to go, he says. I bend down again. I look at his face. I know, I say, but you are brave. He does not smile, but he nods. He walks inside. This time he looks back once. I stand there. I wave my hand. He waves back, just a little. On the way home, I walk slowly. I do not rush. I see a small park. It is quiet. It has 2 old benches. I sit down. I watch people pass. An old man walks his dog. A woman runs with music in her ears. Life goes on, even here. I go home and clean the room. I open the window. Fresh air comes in. I find a photo in a box. It shows our old home. We all smile in it. I sit on the floor and look at it. I feel pain, but I also feel love. In the afternoon, I go downstairs to throw trash. The hallway smells strange. I see a woman near the door. She holds a bag. She looks at me. She smiles. Hello, she says. Her voice is warm. Hello, I say back. That is all. Just one word. But my heart feels lighter. She opens the door for me. I say, thank you. You are new, she says. Yes, I say. We just move here. She nods. It is not easy, she says. I look at her. I feel seen. No, I say, it is not. She smiles again. Give it time, she says. I walk back upstairs. My steps feel different. In the evening, my husband comes home. He looks tired, but calm. No job yet, he says. But one man talked to me. That is good, I say. It is a start. He nods. Our son comes back from school later. He drops his bag on the floor. How was your day? I ask. He sits down. He thinks. One boy talked to me, he he says. Oh, I say. He asked my name, he says. And, I ask. I told him, he says. He looks up at me. His eyes are brighter. That is good, I say. We eat dinner together. The food is still simple. But the room feels warmer. At night I stand near the window. The city lights are on. They do not feel so cold now. I tell myself something new. I say it slowly. Maybe we can stay. Maybe we can grow. The light is small, but it is real. The day feels long. My body feels heavy. I clean the house in the morning. I fold clothes. I wipe the table. My mind does not rest. I think about money. I think about work. I think about time. My son comes home from school in the afternoon. He looks tired. How was school? I ask. He sits on the chair. He drops his bag. It is okay, he says. That word sounds big. Bigger than yesterday. He eats a snack. He talks a little. The boy sits next to me, he says. He shares his pencil. I smile. That is nice, I say. At night, the sky turns dark fast. The room feels quiet again. I cook dinner. The smell fills the room. My phone stays silent. I look at it many times. My husband is late. Very late. I hear the clock. I hear my heart. I try to stay calm, but my hands shake. I think about bad news. I think about no job. I think about going back. Our son sits at the table. He waits. Where is Dad? He asks. He is busy, I say. The door opens at last. The sound is sharp. My husband comes in. His face is strange. He does not smile. He does not talk. He puts his bag down. He sits on the chair. I feel cold. Did something happen? I ask. He looks at the floor. He takes a breath. I wait. I do not move. I met the man again, he says. My heart drops. And? I ask. He stays quiet. Too quiet. Our son looks at us. His eyes are wide. I stand up. My legs feel weak. Just say it, I say. He looks up. His eyes are wet. I get the job, he says. For a second I do not move. I do not speak. What? I ask. I get the job, he says again. I start next week. The room feels bright. Too bright. Our son jumps up. Really? He asks. Yes, my husband says. Really? Our son laughs. His laugh is loud and free. I sit down. My body shakes. Tears come fast. I do not stop them. My husband stands up. He holds my shoulders. We are okay now, he says. I nod. I cry more. We do not eat the dinner. We order food instead. The food comes late, but we do not care. We sit on the floor. We eat with our hands. This is a good night, my son says. Yes, I say. It is. Later, when our son sleeps, my husband and I sit together. I was so scared, I say. I know, he says. So was I. But you did not give up, I say. He shakes his head. We did not give up. I look around the room. It is still small. It is still new. But it feels different now. The fear is not gone. But hope stays. I go to bed that night. I sleep deep. For the first time in this city, I dream. The days move faster now. Not easy, but steady. My husband goes to work every morning. He leaves early. He comes home on time. His face looks tired, but it looks calm. My son wakes up without tears. He puts on his shoes by himself. I have school, he says. His voice sounds normal. I walk him to the gate. He does not hold my hand now. I can go alone, he says. I stand and watch. He walks inside. He does not look back. I feel proud and a little sad. After that, I go to the market. The woman at the door smiles at me. Good morning, she says. Good morning, I say back. The words feel easy now. I know where to buy bread. I know which bus to take. The city still feels big, but I do not feel lost. In the afternoon, I clean the house. I play music. The sound fills the room. The walls feel warmer. My husband comes home later. He puts his bag down. How was your day? I ask. Busy, he says. But good. We eat dinner together. We talk about small things. Our son talks about school. He talks about his friend. He waits for me today, he says. That is nice, I say. At night I stand by the window again. The lights are still there. But they feel close now. I think about our old home. I miss it. But the pain is soft. I understand something new. Home is not the place we leave. Home is what we build. This city did not choose us. We did not choose it. But we stay. I turn off the light. I go to bed. Tomorrow will come, and we will be here.